College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. He'll keep it himself. At the 35, he's loose. Turning it on. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
That's the danger as a defense when you're playing against this guy, because you know you're going to see the option. And if you don't have a player dedicated to pursuing and stopping him, he is going to burn you like he did right there. He has elite speed. You saw it on that option play.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. He's going for it all. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, just this is where you go over the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. They're going to run it to the right. Runs into a wall. They'll give him 1 out to the 8. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And how about the rough starts for these offenses? 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. These quarterbacks, you trust them early, first drives to get something going. Both of them turning over to the other team. Let's see which one can get settled in first.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, no! Offense did exactly what he's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Scanning the field, it's Russell. Caught in the backfield, it's Young. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. Alabama quickly back to the line. Power football with the run. Breaks the tackle. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Really good-looking run. You think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. All wideouts, no backs. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Alabama.
Bunch formation for these receivers. To the air, it's Russell. Looking down the middle. Tight end getting vertical. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going, too.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. The short hands, it's Edwards. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get the third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards away.
They're bringing the chop, they're bringing the
for it.
And they fail to hook up on third down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball and force the incompletion.
Alabama. Oh, the fake. The up man looking for room. He's not going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs. The fake doesn't work.
Well, they were trying to get clever. They thought they had the right look for that fake punt, but give the defense a lot of credit. They were expecting it.
Guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. There he goes. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. Touchdown, Seminoles. Great job by the back on the option.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Oregon has the lead right now in Eugene, but that typically dynamic offense just hasn't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over the Stallions. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. To the ground with the back. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Off play action. Buying some time. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Got it, looking for a first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Runs first down, and the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your run.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Dropping back, it's Russell. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he will just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Edwards. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap, and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The give is to Miller. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the dope. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Finds his man down the middle. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll try the run. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, second and 7.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Got 3 on first down at second and 7. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up second 5, third and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
They'll try to run for it. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Rise to the occasion. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. Quarterback keeper. that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down.
The defense, I think, was just more physical on that fourth down, guys. That was a design quarterback run, and they're calling that because they're trying to get extra blockers at the point of attack and get a numbers advantage, but just the defense fighting off the blocks, being where they're supposed to be, and not letting the quarterback break free. You just can't do a better job than the defense did on that fourth down.
Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all off season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and that they'll get themselves into those rankings.
The Seminoles are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
From the 38. Motion from the back. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. Threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Wide open downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
The Noles come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. He'll pull it on the read. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this, in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They'll ride Davis here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
And the Seminoles are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. To the air, it's Castellanos. Rushes on him. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the #1 thing. Avoid disaster here. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Syracuse is going to walk off the field there inside the dome with a much-needed victory. They had this one circled on the calendars for some time, and regardless the score, that W has to feel good. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Caught behind the line. It's Bernard. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Gets the back moving. To the air on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll throw it. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be a 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. The give to Davis. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. He now has 62 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive 1st half here in this season opener. And the Seminoles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Grabbed in the middle, it's Robinson. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. It's almost incomprehensible to think the Noles failed to break 17 points 10 times a season ago. That's a year after being prolific, Jesse. So what are the keys to regaining some form?
Now, Reese, I think it's the quarterback position. I think this team was spoiled in a lot of ways when they had Jordan Travis. And they obviously had so much NFL talent surrounding him. But they had a leader. They had a guy that everybody could look at when times got tough and believe in. Someone has got to be able to establish themselves at the quarterback position for this team to get back to its winning ways.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. This quarterback part of their running game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, running back on the move. Fights off a defender. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down because the RPO game's been a problem.
And the Noles look to keep this drive humming. Rides the back on the option to give.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Seminoles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. And they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Trying to take it back. Running inside the 20. Touchdown tie. And they turn it into a defensive score. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turning on the jets, making the big play.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll return it. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They'll ride Davis here. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clobbered.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The offense changing the play. Handoff from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Got it in the middle, it's Robinson. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Seminoles will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. To the air on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Bernard. Breaks into the open. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Alabama pushing the tempo. Looking downfield on 1st down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Wants to go up top. Under fire. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Seminoles will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. They'll start this third quarter with a run. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Catch in the middle, it's Williams. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He's knocked down for a loss of 7.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but, man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
The Noles just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. The give to Davis. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Quarterback on the keeper. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
And the Seminoles need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Castellanos. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And he'll try to keep that smooth leg swing going for the second time today, this one from 34 yards out. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Baylor found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage Bears football today. Those BU fans won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Snags a quick pass on the left.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. They'll try the left side. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Russell. Got him downfield. The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best, and this guy's doing a lot of things well.
And we've seen some sensational ones. And to your point, I like that. Jalen Hurts, really good runner. They built it around his feet. You know, Bryce Young, really good passer. Tua Tagovailoa, really good passer. More about the passing game, explosive passing plays. So they'll do whatever it takes to win.
Drop play, quarterback keeps it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hale. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants. He can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down at the Dome. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught over the middle, it's Williams. Working their way closer and closer, a 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on 1st down and just about turned the thing over.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver at his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Looking for a man, it's Simpson. The throw to the outside is complete. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll take it in, and how Wilson. Touchdown, Bama!
It's so nice to have these big, playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. To make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Tight end now in motion. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Catch in the middle, it's McCoy. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. He might want another play. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. They've put themselves in a hole to start. It's 1st and 20. The give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And the Noles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. He'll do it himself. And the ball's free in the backfield. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
What a nice job by the defense. Not only getting the football out, the awareness to scoop it up. I got space, get up the field, a little caravan to the end zone, making the big play. And this offense in game 1, man, not only do you give up the turnover, you give up a touchdown, and you haven't scored that many points. They got to get it together.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as a kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Rides to back and leaves it. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
Nice play offensively. You go with the toss to the left, and how about the blocking downfield by the wide receiver on that play? If you're going to run to the perimeter, you got to have guys doing work downfield for you, and they had it on that one.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. To the air, it's Castellanos. Pressure coming. Takes a shot as he lets it go.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Gives it on the option. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. The Seminoles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll ride the hot hand. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish.
20.
It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Robinson.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Bringing the heat. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. Under fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And this defense doing a really good job with situational football. Both drives. Last drive gave up some yards, 0 points. This drive forcing a 3rd and long. You bring on the pass rushers. You get after them in a predictable situation.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the sack on the last play obviously put them behind the chains. He's doing everything he can on this scramble to try and go and get the first down, but got to give the defense tons of credit. Not only do you get the sack the previous play, but you're able to chase down a pretty athletic guy and now set up 4th.
It's good. Easy call for the ref. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Oregon has opened up the playbook, and they are scoring in bunches right now. This offense has been electric.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Throwing on the run. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2-, 3-, and 4-yard gains in the 1st and 2nd quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Might as well stick with him. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Bernard. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
He'll keep it himself. Across the 15. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
I think that's the hardest part about coaching 18 to 22-year-olds, David, is complacency is something you're always trying to fight. They were the higher-ranked team coming into this game. Looked like they were just, kind of cruising through early, had some miscues, but they fought their way back, and now they have the lead.
And they definitely were sleepwalking. And they knew they were the better team, but they dug themselves a huge hole. I love the response. They got punched right in the mouth, but they didn't quit, and they didn't pout, and they didn't sulk, and they responded really well. They got on a heater, man, and they took the lead in this ballgame.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The Seminoles, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
To the air, it's Castellanos. He's going to throw deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Noles decide to punt it away.
Number 43, on to kick it away.
He makes the catch at the 10. He gets it out to the 17. The cover unit right there to make the stop. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
Yeah, and a nice job by this defense. This is a critical moment, right? We got to get the football back. They're backed up, thank goodness. Force a punt here, get the football back so we can make some magic here in this fourth quarter.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle, it's Williams. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Now on first down from the 28. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. New set of downs after the completion. Miller with the ball. Turning it on. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They're going to ride this running back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Oh, they're after him! He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the 4th quarter. We've got an opportunity, 1 possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
The give is to Miller. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the 4th quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. They get a big win here in